Evangelism Explosion by Trey Smith. All right. Hey man, can I ask you a question? Yeah, on a scale from 0 to 100, 100 being completely certain, if you were to die today, how certain are you that you would enter the presence of God? Yeah, 75? Why would you say 75? Yeah, all right. Let's say you did die today, and you are in God's presence, and he asks you, why should I let you into heaven? What would your response be? All right, you say, because you're a good person, you take care of your family and your friends, you haven't done anything really that bad. Yeah? All right, the cool thing about heaven, though, is that it's a free gift. We can't actually earn it. It's a free gift given to us. Kind of like on your birthday. What did you do to get born on your birthday? Nothing. Yet, you still get all these presents. In fact, who did all of the labor on the day you were born? Your mom did. And yet she doesn't get any presents when it's on your birthday. You get all the presents. Yeah, that's exactly like what heaven is for us. We didn't do anything to earn it. It was a free gift given to us. And yet we can try to earn it. We can do our very best. But the fact is we all make mistakes. And we all just fall short. We're all sinners. It's kind of like, let's say you and Michael Phelps are going to race off the coast of California to Hawaii, okay? The best swimmer in the world with all of his gold medals, and you. Now, who's gonna win? Michael Phelps is probably gonna win. But who's actually gonna make it to Hawaii? Yeah, neither of them. Neither of you. Exactly. So, Michael Phelps is the best swimmer on earth, and yet he cannot even make it to Hawaii. And just like Michael Phelps represents the man's best attempt to get to heaven, and yet he can't make it. Just like how man cannot make it into heaven. In fact, we have to rely on God's mercy and the free gift of heaven. And God is merciful, but yet he was also just. It's kind of like, let's say you robbed a bank and there were like 17 witnesses and the surveillance cameras caught you and you forgot to wear a mask to cover up your face and like everybody knows it was you. The police came, caught you red-handed, handcuffed you right there in the bank, took you to the police car, and you got to go to court for this now. And let's say the judge is your really cool uncle. And you and your uncle are like super tight. Y'all love each other. You're really cool with each other. Your uncle, the judge, is going to see all of the evidence. They're going to hear the 17 testimonies from these 17 witnesses all saying, I saw this man, he was right there. Your uncle's going to watch the surveillance cameras. They're going to see you in the act. Your uncle's going to read the police reports. And if your uncle is a just judge, despite the fact of how much he loves you, if he is just, what will his verdict be? Exactly. He's going to send you to jail. Right. So, just like how God is merciful, he is also just to those who have not gone on the right path. So, we are here, and heaven's over here, and there's this giant gap that we cannot cross. Yet God made a way for us to bridge this gap through Jesus Christ. God sent his son, Jesus Christ, to live on this earth. And he was born of a virgin. He lived a sinless life. He performed many miracles. He died on the cross in my place for my sins. And he rose again on the third day. And he's up in heaven praying for us right now. And we cross this gap with Jesus by putting our faith into Jesus. And faith isn't like how when you're taking an exam, you pray, oh God, help me to have the knowledge to answer these questions, and God help me to guide my hand to circle the right answers, probably prayed that prayer before. I have. That's not real faith, because once that exam is over and once you get your grade back, that faith is gone. That's just temporary faith, just temporal faith. It's not gone. That's not what faith is in Jesus. In fact, faith in Jesus is transferring the trust from myself into Jesus. Just like trusting, I'm not going to rely on myself to do anything. I'm going to let what Jesus did on the cross for dying for my sins 2,000 years ago help me to be closer to the Creator and bridge this gap between me and God in heaven. All right? So I'm choosing to trust in His plan, not mine. That's what faith is. So does this make sense to you? Yeah. So remember when I asked you those 2 questions at the beginning? And you said, oh, because I'm a good person and I take care of my family and friends and I haven't really done anything that bad. Yeah, who are you referring to in that sentence? It's yourself, right? Yeah, bro, me too. I used to think that I could get to heaven by myself and anything I did, and I was just like that. But all I did was pray a simple prayer and transferred the trust from myself, my trust, into Jesus Christ. Does that sound like something you want to do? Yeah. Well, before I pray, I got to tell you something about God. That He is the Savior of your life, but He is also Lord. He's kind of like your boss. So back to that analogy of you and Michael Phelps swimming to Hawaii. You're getting there, you've been at it for hours, you're going to start drowning, right? And so a lifeguard's going to come, he's going to pull you up on the back of his jet ski, and he's going to drive you back to the beach, okay? And he's going to walk you over while you're at the beach to the list of rules he has at his beach, okay? And those rules are there not to prevent you from having fun, but to keep you safe, because he knows that if you don't obey those rules, that you will be safe. And because he knows that if you cross these buoys, the tide is going to just rip you out into the ocean. He's got to come get you again. All right? That's the difference that's how you make Jesus Lord of your life. Is like He is your boss, you obey His rules, and you trust in Him. So just when this lifeguard brings you up to these rules, this lifeguard is the boss, the Lord of your life. Just like how Jesus needs to become the Lord of your life. So what are some things in your life that you already know you're going to need God's help to change? Yeah. Are you willing to allow Jesus to be the Lord of your life as well as your Savior? Yeah. All right. Do you want to pray this prayer with me? Okay. Scene. Extra disciple. Yay, Jesus! Woo!